Hermosa dia.
Hermosa dias.
We've been gone, I know, but we've got a lot of research we had to get through. Yeah, praising the Lord and that. No, we can't say the Lord.
Mum, every time.
Which Lord
Conditioning.
though? No, it's not. I can't use that word. True. How is everyone? How you been?
We hope you're good. It's Easter. Easter is coming up, although we don't celebrate it.
We don't respond for it anymore. Not now we know what it means.
It's not the one.
What does it mean? Tell them.
So, in the Bible, no, first of all, guys, we've got Easter and we have Christmas, don't we? They tell us that Jesus was born on Christmas Day, the 25th. The 25th of December, and which the date seems to change.
Make sense, yeah. No, they said he was resurrected. That's what it's about, Easter, the resurrection. But why would it take him? They said it happened in 3 days. So if his birthday's in Christmas,
4 months to resurrect
himself. But they said
in 3 days.
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna get to the bottom of all this stuff. We know. But there's still, even when you know, there's even still more things. You're like, what?
Just added and added.
This is crazy.
There's more information.
It's like the rabbit hole, isn't it? Over the past few days, what have we been on?
It's been a lot.
It's been, need to take a break. This not making sense.
It's going too far, mate.
And this is how they've got us all. You know what we said is, how did we not see all of this before? I mean, we knew things, and some things we knew. We never put it all together, you know. And you think one thing is actually connected to the other thing, which is why I always say connect the dots. Am I lying?
No,
now that we're doing it, you can see it. Not true.
It's like a mystery.
It's listen. I'm telling you, whoever wrote the Bible, because it's a good reference point, you know.
Yeah. Because
actually, when you find out these things in history. And you could say, well, history is subjective because it depends on who the victor is. You know, they're right for themselves. Exactly. But so they do that with the Bible as well.
So it's a Babylonian festival. They had many rituals within the Easter period. The reason why we celebrate Christmas, or what it signifies, is the death of Nimrod.
That's what it really signifies. Yeah. So the Babylonian king. Of Egypt.
Please. So King Nimrod, he slept with his mother and had a child. And he was killed. And she buried him under an evergreen tree.
Yeah.
And placed a 5-pointed star on the top of the tree.
Britain is a hugely diverse religious society, but of all the faiths practiced here, only one is truly British: modern pagan witchcraft, otherwise known as Wicca. Wicca is one of the fastest growing religions in the world. Its followers call themselves witches, worship a goddess of nature, and believe in the power to cast spells.
We all know what the 5-pointed star is, don't we? He's in charge of everything: the music business, television, everything, the world, the banking system.
Come on.
They have a 5-sided star, depending how you twerk it. Shall we say twerk it? Depending how you tweak it and twerk it. It depends what it is. But it's actually stolen from the Merkaba. And the Merkaba is an ancient power. And when we say ancient, it can only ever be black people. And I don't like to use that word because that was a terminology given to us.
Black beast.
Which wasn't, big black beast, which was not our word. We didn't call ourselves blacks. We called ourselves, well, you will soon see. Yeah. And so he was about debauchery. The Babylonian dynasty, or Nimrod's dynasty, from Roger and your mom.
Yeah, there's something right.
And what they used to do on Easter was actually have sex orgies. And the men. Now, if you think about the Greeks and the Romans, and if you recall, when the Greeks and the Romans, you see, and the thing about terminologies is that they always change
depending on who's in power at the time.
They change The language, if their language is, let's say, Spanish, then that's what everybody's speaking. That's what the maps are, and what's what, like, all the important documents are going to be in Spanish and whatever else. And so the names of places will change from their original name, and they will assume the identity of whoever they've conquered.
Period.
So whoever gets to the place first, it's my place. They're basically... The world that we live in right now is being orchestrated by pirates. If you think you're American, we're about to break your whole world into tiny little pieces. Yeah, I said it. If you think you're English,
You're not.
if you think you're from this planet, yeah, probably not.
Sticky one still.
Do you know what? What did we say? If you want to hide things, hide them where?
Plain sight.
Or tell people they're a myth. Because we've been finding a lot of things that say it's a mythological thing, and so then when we go into
the lie is the truth. Bye.
And then when we go and find historic, let's call them historical facts, things that you cannot necessarily be changed or be altered, even though they have been because of the names or the people. You'll find out that the myths are actually true. So you say, well, hang on, it's not a myth then, is it?
Exactly.
Am I lying?
No, it's true.
Right. So, what are we saying now?
The reason why we like celebrating Easter and Christmas.
Yeah, they used to have orgies. And the men, if you notice with the Greeks and the Romans, if you notice, most of the statues are of men.
And they're all naked.
With their little todgers.
Mm.
Always small, you know, small man. Why are they so small? Anyway, but they're all of men. And that's for a very good reason. Because they hated women. I'm a man, or I'm just doing what my forefathers did. Where are you getting this forefather thing from? My forefathers had 1,000,000 wives. They weren't your forefathers, though, because remember, the victor always writes to present himself as, you know, the best. He only presents himself. He's not going to put you as the victor. He's going to put you as the villain. So when you're reading, especially the Bible, saying you're the chosen one. They're not talking about you. Why would they put you, as in people like us, white people, everybody else? Yeah, man, probably you are the victor in there. But they're not going to put black people and read it and share it around the whole globe as you, as the victor. Think about what you're saying. So when you pick up that Bible from now on, please presume that you're the villain. Just presume that you're the giant. Okay? Okay, it's going to start making sense. So, so what they used to do actually on this day, when they took over the festival, because
super drunk,
they get super drunk,
beat their wives
with what they call these beaters. When you type it in, you won't find it. But if you go into their historical information, you know, you'll put it together. They used to beat their wives, and the vest would prove whether they beat them enough, because the blood on the vest. And you will find something comes up of a man who beat his wife to death, and he wore a white shirt, a vest. Yeah, that's why they're called wife beaters. And then after they'd beat their wife, you know, enjoyed themselves, they go and fuck some mans.
During the pre-Christian midwinter pagan celebrations of Scandinavia's Norsemen, where today's Christmas traditions began, the means of honouring the pagan sex and fertility god Yule, a 12-day celebration during the month of December was inaugurated. A large single log considered to be a phallic idol was lit on fire and kept burning for 12 days. Animal or human sacrifices were offered in the fire on each of those days. Wild, delirious reveling accompanied the daily sacrifices as drunken participants defiantly strove to make contact with spirits.
Yeah, lads. I'm sorry to use bad language, but you know what? All of this attitude that men have over women, and how long have I been saying most heterosexual men are gay? They're gay because you want to be with your friends all the time. You will put your friends way before your woman.
So it got to the point where
don't care.
The women were sleeping with each other.
They were becoming lesbians. Yeah, they were. Because that's what happens, you know. At the end of the day, and that's why I tried to say to you this. So there's a few levels to this thing. So Nimrod, his wife, and the son is similar to what story? Isis, her son, and her husband, which is Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. You're going to say, oh, you've been out of order, but we'll go into those things later on. Basically, every time somebody else takes on the power, they use the story, the same story, but in their own way. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Or add the next thing.
Or they add to it. Which is what it says in is it called Truth and Dogma? I'm still reading it by the Masons, their favourite book. In the first page, the preface, it says, what we have doesn't belong to us, but we add to it, don't we? Mm. We add to it what we want to.
So they take our good spirituality and all our rituals and turn it into something bad, derogatory or evil, and then say we're savages. And
then say, don't do it, it's witchcraft. No, it's witchcraft because they do it, and it's witchcraft because their ancestor is who? Satan. I said what I said.
You kill the blood. I'm gonna God shut on this place.
And I'm gonna keep proving it to you that all the myths,
the blood,
the myths, religion, because not just the Bible, but the reason why I talk mainly on the Bible because that's my main default.
But I feel like the Freemasons, they use like 3 different religions to create their own.
Well, we know that historically. I will put, you know what, we'll just put links underneath, and I'll make a joke and you won't like it, but once you go to the links and you watch the videos, what do you call it, a Christian, a Muslim, and a Jew, a Mason. Yeah, people won't like what I'm saying, but you need to read. You need to read before you come and attack me. Although I won't read the comments anyway. Yeah, no. But I'm just going by the facts that's out there. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not saying all of it. It doesn't apply to everybody. So whoever felt like being on their period today and typing in the comments, please be balanced.
Mum, that's misogynistic.
What was?
Who feels like they're being on their periods?
I was referring to the men actually, because it's normally them that come with the ego and the chest. Yeah. So read a couple of books
and
then come chat to me and see if what I'm saying is rude. It is rude, but it is. When you learn the truth, you're like, wow. So yeah, that's why we're not in the heat setting. We're not in a heat because
we're giving credit to say.
Oh yeah, because it's a ritual. It's a ritual. It's a ritual.
So yeah.
Yeah. Christmas, the egg, the Easter. The day is the day. Can't change. This is the day. This is the day that the can't say that word anymore. Has made. Yeah. We will rejoice. Yeah, it's still a day to be happy, but we're just telling ya. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of short ones. So once you get to the end of this one, it leads on to another one. And today's video is about myths.
Science.
Myths. Science. And Cain.
This can't be, man. What? You know what this is?
What is it, Buddha?
It's the Book of Life.
Book of Life.
In the beginning, when man arrived on Earth, the black gods did leave their spacecraft, and they walked, and they named the beast of the sea and the animals of the land.
Heavens.
And man in his blackness did walk the earth, making medicine.
Medicine?
They discovered time. These were all black people got down. Wait a minute. There ain't nothing in here about whitey. This is ours, Jack. Wait till the brothers hear this.
Buddha.
Oh, get this book out of here, baby. This tells me real tea.
Buddha, control yourself, don't you see?
What you mean, Jack? Look at this here. Black people started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC.
Yes, of course, Buddha.
Man, they was getting down. This is it, brother.
Yes,
everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed. Yeah, this is gonna be it.
Get the bulldozers. There's nothing here.
But.
Shut up.